Welcome back to the Bleav in A's podcast.
We believe in A's baseball.
We got the boys back in the studio. Luke back from his vacay. We got Dev in the studio as well. How we all feeling, boys?
Feeling good. Back in the studio. Another hot one coming at you. The A's not getting too hot, but it's looking like good baseball, though. It's really good baseball I see on the field right now, so I'm happy about it.
Season coming to a close pretty soon. Got about one more month left of MLB baseball for the A's. Unless they make a crazy wild card push. Never out of the picture.
I wish.
But, Dev, how you feeling over there?
Yeah, the MLB season's so long, especially when the team you root for is playing like either of the teams that we root for are playing. So, it gets kind of tiring there at the end. But I am, excited to talk about the potential realignment because it is, at some point going to happen. The A's are going to go to Vegas, and they're probably going to add 2 more teams, and it'll probably happen, within the next 10 years. So I'm excited for that. Yeah. But, some of the way some of these divisions are set up, like the mock one, I had, a little bit of gripes with, but we'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into that.
Just a potential.
Yeah.
Potential, maybe a little.
You haven't seen those memes where it's just like, you seem happier. It's like, thanks, I've given up on my favorite team.
That's how you got to be. Your Giants are definitely really bad right now. They've been bad for a while. Yeah. Starting to lose faith in your team over there, I can tell.
Won last night, bro.
Hey, they won last night. That's all that matters.
Coming back.
Just play the next day. But shout out to the Bleav Network. We're back. We're going to be going over, like they said, the league realignment and if the A's have the best young core in all of the MLB. I had last show without Luke, we had a Yankee fan and a Dodger fan and, the Giants fan right here. And they all agreed that the A's definitely have probably the brightest future out of all those teams. So that's saying a lot.
100%.
But we got a lot to go over today. The A's record, 57-70, 12.5 back of the AL West, only 11 back of that wild card spot, win 20 in a row. Who knows what can happen? We've seen it before. Mm-hmm. But last night, the A's beat the Twins in Game 1, 6-3. A's best pitcher this year has been Jacob Lopez, the rookie, 28-year-old rookie. He got the win. He's 7-6 with a 3.28 ERA, so a real good year for Jacob Lopez.
Yeah. No, that's one guy, like, we talked about him a bit earlier in the year, a lot earlier in the year, actually. And I'm just glad to see that he's still going the way that he came up. Yeah. Like, it's he had a couple of struggle games, where, but that's what happens when you're a rookie. You just get figured out. You got all these guys who've been in here for 5, 6, 7, 10 years, damn near. And you get figured out because you're just a kid. But he is going to take a step up, and by the time they're in Vegas, he's going to be one of our aces.
I definitely agree. I think he's one of the main guys to build around with this pitching staff. Later on down the line, though, I wouldn't be too mad if he got moved to, maybe a relief role. He's a nasty lefty. I could see him pitching some big innings and some big games if how I think this A's future starting rotation will look with all the guys in the minors. I would not be mad if he eventually gets moved to the bullpen. But, definitely a guy you need on the squad. Our best pitcher this year by far. Yeah. Shea Langeliers hit his 27th homer of the year from the catcher spot. An amazing year for him. And Nick Kurtz, Rookie of the Year favorite, RBI double for the A's yesterday. So a big win against the Twins. They're a pretty good team. We have very similar records, but, this A's offense is just insane this year. One of the best offenses in the entire league.
One of the best. And that's also one of the only teams with multiple 20 home run hitters.
Yeah, only team with 4.
Yeah.
Only team with 4.
Yeah,
it's crazy that, they're good right now, and they're only going to get better going into next year, but, hopefully it doesn't, there's not another 20-game losing streak. Like, that's really, we talked about it last week, too. Like, that's really what kind of, put the nail in the coffin early into the season, even though we were still holding out some hope. But, and especially, I'm excited for Jacob Lopez to carry this over into next season. And then hopefully with the better team, like I said, no 20-game losing streak, that record will look even better. And then 3.2 ERA is already great ERA.
It is, yeah.
And then, we're going to get into it more, but just the young guys and the way we think and hope it's going to work out, like it could be as early as next year. I keep saying that. Yeah. That they get pretty good.
Crazy thing I just pulled up. 3 of the American League West teams are top 6 in home run hitters right now.
Wow.
The Angels are in 3rd.
Powerful division.
Mariners and Angels are tied for 3rd with 178, and then we're in 6th for 175.
Hey, okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm definitely not mad at that. But, this team has looked, there's been some moments where we think this team is going to be really good. Mm-hmm. But like Dev said, that 20-game losing streak, if that didn't happen, we would most likely be in the playoff hunt right now.
Be in wild card territory.
We definitely would be in the wild card territory. Since the All-Star break, I think the A's have like the 7th or 8th best record. We're over 500 in that span. So the A's young core has been playing some great baseball.
I mean, saying that 20-game losing streak, instead of losing all 20, you go 500 and go 10-10.
Yeah.
They're 67-60 right now. And
that'd be a game out of wild card.
Game out of the wild card, exactly. And then who even knows what the West would look like at that point? So, I mean, avoid one of those next year at all costs, and they'll put themselves in a very good position.
Yeah.
Playoff baseball in Sacramento.
Playoff baseball in Sac is going to be insane.
Never seen playoff basketball. I mean, one time.
We saw playoff basketball one time. But, yeah, the city would be jumping with some playoff A's baseball. I think the fans would show out for that. But, you know, if the A's didn't lose 20 in a row, we'd be in the playoff hunt. And that's why next year, it's going to be the year. We're going to make the wild card next year. I'm calling it now. The West is obviously what we want, but the wild card is where we're going to, you know, that's the floor, I'm saying, next year, is be a wild card team.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything yet because I said a lot at the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
I said that I was going to put money on them making the playoffs.
Yeah.
And
we were definitely hyped.
We were hyped, but I will say I'm going to be more hyped beginning of next year just because the way that it's going right now and the way that the MLB is actually talking about the A's, how they will be like a top team in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's bringing joy to my heart, but then also bittersweet because they're leaving.
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely going to have to go to Vegas. I've never been to Vegas. I've only been in the airport. So that could be a fun trip.
See, that still surprises me. I always thought you went to Vegas.
No, I've never been to Vegas. I've only been in the airport where I was running around trying to catch flights. It was a nightmare.
We got to hit Summer League basketball and an MLB game in the same trip.
Facts. That would be.
It's still going. I think they're going on at the same time.
Yeah. That would be insane.
Yeah.
That would be insane. But yeah, the A's will go over the young core right now. The young core. Is this the best young core in the entire MLB? I know me and Luke are saying yeah. The catcher spot, we got Shea Langeliers, who's going to be here for years to come. That's my only fear, though, come off-season time. If the A's are going to be the A's, someone's going to be gone, and I don't want to see any of these young guys be those guys. So, it better be Severino.
What? A cramp in my finger.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we're good. Sorry.
Dislocated the finger in the middle of the show. But yeah, I hope the trade happens in the offseason, and it better not be with any of these young guys.
Wait, which ones? Like
all the guys I have on this list, they better be
low key. Like if those other two catchers are good enough right now,
I'd say trade for some pitchers.
Would you trade Shea after what's most likely going to become a 30 home run season? If one of these guys were ready to come up and then get whatever you could get, like imagine what for a catcher that just hit 30 home runs in a season.
You could get a lot.
But that's saying a lot for who is that? Is that MacGyver and Andrew or Daniel Susac, little brother? But who I like. I think he has a chance to be good. But if they got any confidence in, they're like, but I don't think it will happen. Just saying.
No.
Would you do that?
I wouldn't. No? Because Shea Langeliers, the A's have spoke out on this so much this year because when he got hurt, they went on a big losing streak again. And then he came back and they start winning games. And even Lawrence Butler, who's a guy in the outfield, just says, our team just feels so much more comfortable when Shea's behind the plate. You trust what he's going to do. He's the vet on the team.
He's the captain.
He's the captain of the team, hitting in the middle of that order. You just need a guy like that. And it's so special to have it from your catcher spot. I don't think MacGyver or Susac will ever develop into something as good as Shea Langeliers. I like both of them, but that's who we traded Sean Murphy and Matt Olson for.
Yeah.
So you better keep this guy.
If you don't keep him, then they're going to ruin their chance of making any fans in Vegas.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just going to be a whole new cycle of rinse and repeat, get rid of these players. But I don't see him moving at all.
I don't either.
The fact that we re-signed Lawrence Butler, re-signed Brent Rooker, we're going to re-sign Jacob Wilson at one point. But, yeah, no, if he leaves, then I'm leaving. No, I'm still gonna.
We say that so much too. We've said that so much. I'm leaving too. But yeah, Shea, he's had a crazy year. The average is going up too. He used to be like a 220 type of guy with 20 homers. Now he's 270.
270 now?
270 with 27 homers. Shea Langeliers is really the leader of this team. And he's the oldest guy on this entire list. So I think this is the one older guy that you got to keep around.
Yeah.
But going to first base, we know who's going to be there for the next 20 years. Nick Kurtz. The best first baseman in all of baseball in his rookie season.
100%.
It's pretty insane.
100%.
We got blessed. He's better than Matt Olson ever was on the A's already. I want to say that. Defensively, it's not close. Matt Olson's way better. Offensively, Nick Kurtz is more consistent, more clutch. There was a lot of times where Matt Olson was up with runners on and he'd be striking out. Nick Kurtz is not doing that.
Seems like the theme with guys named Matt.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that he's better than Matt Olson.
I know
or
you're
was
hanging
the
on to
A's.
that by a thread, but come the next year, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, he's hitting 45 homers, hitting 300. He's the best. He's the best.
Matt
think
Olson
it's-
was MVP status 2021.
He was.
I think as soon as next year or the year after, once they start playing big games and are in competitive like baseball late in the year, and if he's still doing that, then
Yeah.
he's better.
Yeah.
I will say he definitely.
But I
has-
think he's gonna get there quick.
he has the
Yeah.
future to be better, and will probably be better sooner. But
Yeah.
right now, Matt Olson's the best first baseman in A's history.
I can't be mad at that. In our lifetime.
He's better
because-
than
yeah,
him
in our
currently.
lifetime.
Yeah, because
Current,
I'm thinking
so.
back before, that's like before our time.
Yeah.
Can't really speak on that. Second base, though, this was a weird one because I read an article today. I thought it was going to be Leo De Vries going forward, put him at second, keep Jacob Wilson at short. But they're saying that Leo De Vries is more likely to be a third baseman.
I can see
So
it.
Max Muncy came up as a second baseman. He's been playing third this year. I think he'd be very comfortable moving back to second base.
I think he should go back to second.
I
Leo
agree.
De Vries, only 19?
18.
18?
18.
Still.
18.
So,
Youngest, they called him up to Double-A, and he's the youngest guy in Double-A.
So
Pretty insane.
his arm's just going to get stronger and
Yeah.
stronger. Like, he's going to have that arm to go across
Mhm.
the diamond like that. And he, like, from my, like, seeing his highlights and everything like that, he's a better fielder than Max Muncy is.
He's crazy in the
already.
field.
He's better than
He
Max
is.
Muncy.
The one thing they said, though, he's not that fast, which I was very surprised about.
I
I
was
thought
a
he
little
was going to be
surprised.
real fast.
That's why I also think he's going to be at third. Cause,
Yeah,
I
that's what
mean,
they said.
In the middle infield, you're running back and forth
Mhm.
a little bit more.
Yeah,
So put him at third,
hot corner.
hot corner right there. He's going to be a stud over there.
Yeah, I'm definitely hyped. A lot of comparisons to Francisco Lindor.
Mhm.
That's what I'm seeing. Switch hitter, too. Love that. He's got some pop in the back.
And again, 18, he can get faster.
18 years old. He
You
can get faster.
Yeah.
Maybe he's dealing with an ankle sprain or something we don't know
Who
about.
knows? Yeah.
But all right, shortstop, we know who's there. It's Jacob Wilson. I love Jacob Wilson. Coming into this year, I don't think anyone expected him to be this good.
No.
But you were talking about in the beginning of the show how the year started. Before the year started, we were all hyped on the A's, how they're going to be a good team, and we didn't expect Jacob Wilson to be anywhere close to this good.
We were more hyped on Soderstrom and
Lawrence Butler
Lawrence
and
Butler
all those
and
guys.
G-Loft too. But
Yeah.
now he's going off in minor league right now.
Zach
but
Geloff is going off in those
Geloff, yeah.
construction jerseys in minor league. He's had like 4 homers in the last 4 games. I'm still not a fan. Still, I mean, he's probably gonna. Him and Muncy could be in that second base spot
Yeah.
going forward. But
Yeah.
personally, I like Muncy a lot more.
I like Muncy a lot
Yeah.
more. Yeah, he has more power, I feel like.
Yeah.
Behind, I mean,
Geloff
I
showing
will
some
say,
power.
yeah, 5 home runs in,
Yeah.
in or no, 4 home runs in a 5-game series.
Yeah,
or
something
5 home-
like that.
Something like that. But again, that's AAA right there.
It is.
Max Muncy, he just has like a little bit more, I mean, baseball IQ, I guess, that I've
agree.
seen. Yeah.
I agree with that. I don't think Zach Geloff's IQ is really on par with
Yeah.
some of the other guys on this team. But yeah, shortstop, we know it's Jacob Wilson. Third base, it's going to be Leo De Vries, it's looking like. But Tommy Tanks, Dev, you brought him up a couple shows ago. I was surprised you've even heard that name. But Tommy White, he crushes in the minors, kind of waiting on that day where he gets called up to the league.
I remember when he was on LSU.
Okay. Tommy Tanks.
I don't know
Oh,
if they
yeah.
were in the playoffs,
Did
but
he
I don't
play
know
with
if they're in the college
Paul
World
I think,
Series.
they,
but
I think they played in the College World Series.
yeah, I think he was on that team with
Ooh,
Skeens and
okay.
Cruz, or maybe it might have been the year before, but I do remember him there. And then I think we were
Yeah.
looking one day and we
He-
saw his name, and I was like, bro,
He
I
had a
saw on
walk-off.
MLB.
He had a walk-off homer to send them to the Men's
Okay,
College
yeah.
World Series.
Yeah, no,
Call
that's
him
what I
up
saw.
next year.
Yeah, and he's
He
just
rakes.
big, long
Yeah.
blonde hair, beard,
Yeah.
and he was raking in college. So I was
Yeah.
like, and then that's what it was. I was playing MLB. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm blowing it up, bro. Let me see who the A's got. And then I saw him, and I was like, no way.
Tommy
Yeah.
Tanks.
I'm excited for him too.
So yeah, maybe going forward, he can be a DH type of guy. Put him at third. Maybe put Leo
First.
at second.
Oh wait,
This lineup. Oh, maybe put him
I
at
can see
first
it.
when
Nick
Nick
Kurtz
needs a day
DH,
off.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but
either way.
man, this team looks crazy. And there's one guy in the outfield I didn't even put, who's one of our best players. I'm putting him right now. Yeah, I'm like, how did I forget about that guy? But all right, so moving to the outfield, left field, we got Tyler Soderstrom against righties, and then we got Colby Thomas against lefties. That is perfect for me because Soderstrom rakes. I mean, he can hit lefties too, but he's a left-handed hitter. Obviously better against righties.
Yep.
Play him every day against a righty. Play Colby Thomas against a lefty. I think that's favorable for the A's in both matchups.
Not really mad if one of those guys,
Takes over every day.
plays good
Yeah.
enough to just be an
And
everyday player.
I
Either.
feel like Soderstrom will be that guy.
Soderstrom
'cause
does deserve to play every day.
He's looking better in the outfield.
He is.
He's making smarter moves.
That
and
one day, though, remember?
One day, yeah.
That one game.
I think
where he-
that's the game where he was just like, I need to lock in.
Yeah, he woke up after that.
I got to lock in.
Yeah, he's
I'm
making some sliding catches now.
I'm a professional baseball player.
Yeah.
Like,
I
first
don't know
step is
how many
always
outs
back.
there were. Yeah.
First step is always back, kid.
Oh,
Dude,
he
that
knows
was so
ball. He
crazy.
knows ball in the outfield. But yeah.
Really caught it 2 outs, ran in.
Caught it with 2 outs and ran in. Yeah, Soderstrom, Colby Thomas in the outfield. Wouldn't be mad if Colby Thomas takes over in center either, if he's really like what I think he's going to be, because we know, center field, I got Denzel Clark and Henry Boltz, or Boltsy. Don't know how to say his name correctly yet. He's the 9th ranked A's prospect, though. And I didn't mention it, Leo De Vries is the 5th best prospect in all of baseball. Just came out today.
Our number 1 prospect now.
Yeah, our number 1 for sure.
Yeah.
But Denzel, we know what he can do with the glove. Will the bat ever wake up? I've seen some potential. I think he can hit a little bit. Remember that series against the Giants, 4th of July?
Yep.
He hit that ball far.
480 feet.
He hit that ball far. But Henry Boltsy, don't know much about him. Maybe he takes over in the future. But right field, we know it's set in stone. Lawrence Butler and Brent Rooker, DH Brent Rooker.
Yeah.
Play. I'm expecting an all-star year out of Lawrence Butler next year. Thought it was going to be this year. Kind of a weird year for him, hitting like 230, 16 homers. We need more next year.
Yeah, I think he'll be more comfortable, especially, because we can say that the A's are the home team here in Sacramento, but it's their first year playing here.
Yeah.
So they're getting comfortable still. They're trying to figure their stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
I think next year, after a year under their belt here in Sac, I can see the whole team stepping up a little bit more. And then, it's just a matter of time for Lawrence Butler.
Yeah.
He's that type of guy that will, he will be good. He will be one of the top players, top outfielders.
He's a dog.
Yeah,
the
he's a
law
dog.
dog, for sure.
The law dog.
But I personally, his
I'm
bat.
just scared he might want to leave to Atlanta at one point.
Why could I see that happening too? That's scary. Is he from there?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of
That's where,
sense.
that's where any kid will want to play in their home city.
Exactly. Yeah. But for me, Lawrence Butler.
Would you want to play in Sacramento?
Yeah.
If I had the chance to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I just.
All right. Well, Lawrence Butler this year, the beginning of the year, I like that you said that they're not comfortable in sack yet, because the beginning of the year in right field, it was absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to play balls off the wall. He looked confused where he was at.
Yeah.
He could have caught balls and he let him drop at the warning track because he didn't know where he was at.
Yeah.
Then they moved him to center later in the year, and he's been making some great plays. So I think his glove is an underrated part of his game.
100%.
Yeah.
More room out there.
More room for sure.
Less chance to be, what I did that year, going back into the wall and
Running
slam into it.
Same, man.
Wall.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
after
tough.
I hit it.
Yeah. That did happen. I was there. All right, let's go to the pitching though, real quick. A's have a ton of.
Funny, bro.
I can just imagine.
I cuts up the side of my thing.
Was that in
bro.
left?
That was in right
Oh,
field.
in right field.
Dude, it happened to me one time in Little
In
League. but
BP too. Huh?
I can just imagine Dev laying on the ground and like, whoa.
It's literally
late.
playoffs for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm going that hard. I'm not playing, bro.
Batting practice.
I think it was Mason too. I'm like, I got that.
I'm robbing this. Boom.
I had cuts up my ribs. Like,
Crazy.
yeah.
Well, the pitching prospects that the A's have, they got a ton of them. Gage Jump is the 47th prospect in the entire MLB, lefty. They got Jaime Arnold, the 58th prospect in the entire MLB. They just drafted him with the 11th pick. He's a lefty as well. And then Luis Morales, 70th prospect in the entire MLB. He's actually in the bigs right now. And he's went 1-0 with a 1.86 ERA in 3 games. He started 2 of them.
Oh, so he's nice.
So he's nice.
So
Shout
he's
out to
nice.
Luis Morales,
Alright.
a righty. So some promising A's pitchers in this young core.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to win a ring in SAC. Let's
He's
get it done.
Only 22. Luis
Let's get it
Morales.
done.
There
Let's
we
get
go.
it done, baby. Win a ring in SAC.
I also just realized Jacob Lopez, is 27.
27, not 28.
Yeah.
Year younger.
Yeah.
Every year counts. All right, league realignment. Let's go over it.
See, I'm a fan of it. Before we get into it, I'm a fan of it.
You're a fan of it? Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
yeah.
I want MLB to grow, and I don't mind change. I don't like a whole lot of change in MLB because it's always been one of the greatest sports in the world,
America's pastime.
America's pastime,
Yeah.
and it's always been a game where it's just 80% mental, 20% physical.
Yeah.
You don't need to change much about it. With this, I feel like it does add a little bit more of a competitive thing
Okay.
for me, honestly, because it will break down it goes down to 4 teams for each conference, and it just makes it a little bit easier for wild card. I feel to get into wild card for some teams that are always on the fringe of it.
Yeah.
By getting kicked. Yeah.
I think this would add more playoff teams in the
Yeah.
MLB now that I'm looking at it. Because right now, I think there's only there's only 3 divisions in each league, right? There's the AL East, AL Central, AL West. There's only 3.
Yes.
NL East, NL Central,
Yeah.
NL West.
Yeah.
They'd be 4 in each.
There'd be
So
a
that's
whole
another
nother-
team.
Add 2 more or 4 more playoff teams.
And then add more playoff teams.
Yeah.
And then add more wild card like they already have.
Yeah.
Well, going over it, the NL Midwest would be the Cubs, the White Sox, the Cardinals, and the Reds. So moving the White Sox to the NL. It doesn't really matter, though, because there's the DH in both leagues.
Yep.
That's a crazy rivalry. Like,
That is a crazy division,
that's
actually.
a crazy division.
Cardinals, too, in
I'm
there?
pretty sure the Cardinals and the Reds are rivals.
Yeah.
Like, off the bat.
And I know the
Both
Cardinals and
Chicago
Cubs.
teams.
Yeah.
And then the Reds and the White Sox, or Reds and Cubs, I Bleav,
Yeah.
are big rivals.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a.
White Sox getting ran out that division, though,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, I mean, the Cardinals also suck now, too.
I like the Cardinals, though. I've always liked them.
No,
I think
I just mean, like,
Cubs
in
fell
general,
off.
the Cubs are starting to fall off.
Yeah.
The Cardinals are starting
They
to fall
are.
off a lot.
they are.
Yeah.
NL Central, the new NL Central. Weird looking at it this way. Wow, NL Central, that is weird. The Rockies, the Royals, the Rangers, and the Astros.
That's 3 American
AL
leagues
teams.
going into the National League.
That's insane. I don't really understand that thought process, but I like it. I'm not too mad at it.
I understand it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also like more region based for all this stuff. It's a lot of regional like type things.
Personally, I don't like so much of the switching from the AL to NL. I think they should keep the AL teams, and the NL teams, the NL teams, but still do this type of,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, this is just a potential.
it is. It is just potential. It's not set in stone, whatever. But the NL Southwest, this is where I start not liking it, kind of on the track with Dev. They got the Dodgers, the Padres, the Angels, and the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like
No,
that.
it's not that I don't like it. It's just I think that the Dodgers and Giants should stay in the same one. And then even the Padres.
Yeah,
like,
those 3 teams have a lot of
the Dodgers
animosity.
and Padres now, it's like now they have to be. Now I would still want to see them in the same division because
Yeah.
of how the games that they play now. And then, same with the Giants. The Giants is kind of like because the Red Sox and Yankees get to be in the same one. I didn't even see this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely put the Dodgers and Giants in the same one.
Yeah.
That's messed
I
up.
could see. How about like switch the Diamondbacks and the Giants? Like,
Yeah,
because soon, like, I mean, the A's are going to be moving to
Yeah, they'll be in
Vegas.
Vegas.
to Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Arizona's right there, so like that's not making that much of a difference
Yeah.
for that whole region.
I agree. I mean, I wouldn't. It's weird. I want to see the A's still in the AL, and I want to see the Giants still in the NL. But seeing them in the same division is
Yeah,
weird. It'd be weird. Like
Yeah,
it'd be weird.
it'd be
Yeah.
Rooting for the NL in the All Star game, I would not be used
Well,
to that.
then that would make it so all your division games, you literally are just going up 80
yeah,
from LA to San Diego to.
Well, that's also one thing I remember
Anaheim
seeing
Yeah.
to San
is
Francisco.
they're trying to limit a lot of the traveling for
Yeah.
That's-
a lot
yeah.
of teams because obviously teams in your division you're going to play them a bit more.
yeah,
That's one thing that like the NBA did it too. They readjusted their
Yep.
whole schedule
they did.
to where they're trying not to travel that much. They're going to put them on road trips to
Uh-huh.
hit this city, hit this city. So I could see it working out like that. They don't need to change the. I mean, I guess they would need to change the NL and AL just for that to work.
Yeah.
Because like, if they want to keep it competitive and keep the travel down like that, then that's the way they got to do it.
Yeah,
Like how with the proposed Midwest, like Chicago, both Chicago teams,
yeah.
and then, St. Louis isn't that far from Ohio, Cincinnati.
Mhm.
It's all right there.
It does make sense now.
Yeah.
looking
Basically,
at it
all
more.
these are except for the Southwest and Northwest that
Yeah.
that could be. Like this was posted by who?
This is
MLB on Fox.
MLB on
Yeah.
Fox, yeah.
So the NL Northwest would be the Mariners, the A's, the Giants, and Portland, the
Yeah.
new Portland
Yes.
team. I like it. I'm ready. I'm ready for an expansion.
I'm
in
ready
the
for an
MLB
expansion.
and the NBA.
Both.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I want to
mean,
see it.
both leagues are raking in immense amount of money.
Yeah,
So like
They
it's-
definitely can do it.
they can do it easily. And then there's cities that have the infrastructure for all of this.
Yeah.
So I don't see why they don't do it.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Well, and there's like, they're kind of. It seems like they're kind of putting teams with like, the A's haven't spent a lot of money. The Giants haven't until this year. Put them in the same division because that'll be kind of competitive. Same with the Mariners. The Dodgers and Padres spend a lot of money, a ton of
True.
money. Put them in the same one. Like I kind of like that, but I don't really care what it looks like. My only thing is hopefully the Giants and Dodgers are in the same one, but. I'm just ready for two more teams. for
I
sure.
am too, but are we really happy about a Charlotte and a Portland team? Now that I'm thinking about it, I wouldn't be happy with that.
Maybe because
Portland is not, personally, I'm not a.
I don't know. Is there any other bigger
I'm just
markets
thinking
they
that
could
on
go?
the West Coast, there's not really many other markets to go to.
I guess you're right. I'm just thinking about how bad Portland is in like a lot of aspects. I
Think
mean,
about how bad New York is, and
Trailblazers aren't selling out games. The Knicks sell out every game. I'm thinking about fan bases and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
well, I mean, Portland's a big baseball city, though.
Oh, it is?
Portland's
Okay.
a huge baseball.
See, I didn't even
but
know that.
North, like that whole Atlantic,
Oregon?
yeah,
Yeah.
that or not North, the North Pacific coast
Yeah.
right there. That's a big baseball area right
Okay.
there, and I could see them going pretty crazy for
Not
it.
familiar with their game. I'm sure they could come up with some sick jerseys
100%.
for like an Oregon team. That'd be
100%.
It'll
pretty dope.
probably be ChatGPT, and
Oh, yeah.
they'll probably drop, and we're like, it's ugly.
We can make it right now.
Literally.
All right, well, let's fly through these last couple. AL Northeast would be the Yankees, the Mets, the Red Sox, and the Phillies. That's a fun one.
You can
That's a
literally
fun
ride-
division.
Dude, you can take a
Train
train
to all four of
of
those
Yeah.
places.
Right
And
there.
that's a sick division, actually.
That would be. This makes a whole MLB road trip way easier. Too,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like
for
if
real.
you're trying to go see series after
Uh-huh.
series.
That would be sick. This one's a little worse. AL Mid-Atlantic, the Orioles, the
Mid.
Nationals, the Pirates, and the Guardians.
Mid.
That's
Very
probably one of
mid.
the worst. If they were in that division right now, that's a terrible
Oof,
division.
that's an ugly one. AL Great Lakes. That's a crazy name. The Twins, the Tigers, the Brewers, and the Blue Jays.
Makes sense because
Yeah,
it's literally all just.
they all
right.
have. Yeah,
So pretty much the AL Northeast and the AL Great Lakes are like the same. Like it's all just a straight little cluster up there.
yeah. They could just go to each series. The last one is the AL Southeast, the Braves, the Marlins, the Rays, and a team from Charlotte.
See, I don't know about a Charlotte baseball
See,
team.
Yeah, that's the
I'm not
one.
a fan of the
Charlotte
Charlotte one at
baseball
all.
team, I don't know.
You convinced me on Portland, but can we think
yeah.
of some other? Who's some NBA teams out east that have an NBA team but not an MLB? Trying to think.
Pacers.
Pacers,
Indiana.
Indiana. Hey,
Yeah.
that's a great pull. That's a great pull.
Gamebridge.
Cambridge.
Fieldhouse.
Cambridge.
Whatever that stadium's called.
Cambridge.
Right? They sell that out.
They do sell that out.
Especially with the Pacers these last couple of years.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Nashville.
Tennessee. Yeah.
Nashville.
Tennessee, that'd be
That's
dope.
always been one.
There's always people out there,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
That would probably become Randy's favorite
Maybe a
team.
new team in Canada, Montreal.
That could be cool.
New Jersey team maybe.
New Jersey Nets. I'm just kidding.
What about
Virginia for I don't know.
I don't know. There's not really many teams that don't have them.
Well, you don't really need to go to a city that has
An NBA.
other. Yeah.
Maybe better if they don't.
That's the thing. Yeah, like you want to. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be better if they don't have another team.
Sacramento, California.
Let's go. A's staying.
Durham, North Carolina.
Oh. All right.
Louisville.
Favorite A's memory to close out.
Damn.
I'm gonna say the one that I tried to say on the Zoom that when Dev's computer died.
Yeah.
So because you never heard it, it was when the A's won the playoff series. I did it because we were on Zoom and that was during that whole
Oh, really?
that time period where
Yeah.
no fans were in the stadium. When the A's won a playoff series, the wild card series against the White Sox.
Yeah.
I remember that. Liam Hendricks closing that series out was dope. And then the A's played the Astros in Dodger Stadium the next series. So annoying. In Dodger Stadium. Ramon Laureano hit 3 homers in a game and the A's lost.
I don't remember that.
Against the Astros, yeah. A weird year. But yeah, anything else before we close out?
Shout out the boy Yoenis. I'm just thinking of a great play from left field in Anaheim.
Oh, I love that
Bobbled the ball and like looked up. He's like, oh damn, he's running home.
Oh, he's really going home?
He's going home.
You're really gonna
They
go?
really sent Torrey Hunter
All
at
right.
45 years old.
Shout out Torrey Hunter.
Dude, anybody would have gone home looking at the
Yeah.
ball all the way there in left field.
Cespedes picked it up and looked at him running.
Launched it.
Yeah.
Double pumped right after pause, but fucking
That's all you
bam,
need.
cannon
Double pump.
That's
right
all
there.
you need.
Derek Norris tagged him out.
Hey, shout out.
Shout
Shout out
out.
to the boy. Also saw Brody Brazil posted an old A's commercial yesterday, and it was Brandon Moss at first base, our boy.
I love.
He was. I got to pull it up and show you guys, but he tagging people out at first base, talking to him. It was hilarious.
That's pretty awesome.
But shout out to, and he was a great actor as well. Brandon Moss killed it in that
yeah.
commercial. So
Hey,
shout out to
acted
the.
like he had fun on our show.
Yeah, no,
I'm just kidding.
that was real. That was real.
That was
All right,
real love.
we're gonna close out though. Long episode. Bleav in A's. Go subscribe on YouTube, Beam City, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Bleav in
Everything.
A's. Shout out to the Bleav Network. Let's go A's. Shout out.
Thanks so
Sacramento.
much.
Thank you. Good to be back.
20 more seconds for 30. If
Great,
y'all wanna.
great to be back.
Talk it up.
Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out?
Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out. I'm going In-N-Out for
In-N-Out,
sure.
come
You know Dev works at In-N-Out.
In-N-Out or Wendy's?
In-N-Out.
But
love-
Wendy's
You
is
put me on Wendy's,
underrated
though.
Wendy's
gas.
and
That
Chick-fil-A.
All-Star break, when we went to Wendy's,
Chick-fil-A.
I've got it like 10
Dude,
times since
Wendy's
then.
is bomb.
Got it
man.
like 10 times.
You know who
But
loves? You know who loves Wendy's? De'Aaron Fox.
Wendy's are... Never mind. I'm closing out. All right. Let's close out. Bleav in A's.